This is Clarence here with Eye to Eye and Stronger Together OKC. We are just days away from Celebrate Marriage Oklahoma on Sunday, October 11th at 1 o'clock. We're inviting you to join us down at the Myriad Gardens. But I'm making this video actually just to talk to you about why we do a covenant walk. We're actually going to be walking from the Myriad Gardens, looping around Bricktown Ballpark, and we'll come right up under this tunnel right here where you see this Bricktown, where it says Bricktown. And it's just less than a mile, but there's a reason why we do the walk. And so they asked me to share with you why we do the walk, because when I shared it with others, it made it mean a little bit more. So over the years of dreaming this thing up and praying about what God wanted us to do, I came to this understanding of this principle, which basically says that the voice that prevails in the streets will become the voice of tomorrow. And it's a simple principle. You see, after slavery, when slavery was broken, the slaves were set free. And then you see blacks were getting in government. And at that time, of course, there was resistance. And then you saw the rise of the Ku Klux Klan. And they went through the streets. They paraded constantly because their belief system, they wanted to push that belief system out into the culture. When it was time to reverse it, the civil rights movement rose up. And you know about Selma, you know about the marches, you know about the bus boycotts, but you always saw them in the streets. And the voice that prevailed in the streets became the voice of the culture for the next day. But you see several movements, and even now today, you'll see that one of the strongest voices in our culture now is the voice of those who have been parading through the streets for years. And so if you ever see someone holding signs or celebrating, walking through the streets, know for sure that it is an act that actually takes social capital, so to speak. It's an act to take spiritual territory, so to speak, where this group is desiring a voice and a platform for their belief system to go forward or to be established. So it's kind of like in the Wild Kingdom. If you've ever watched the nature shows, you'll see the lions, and forgive my crudeness, but they urinate on the trees. Well, that's a lion's way of marking their territory. But for people, they do it by walking and being public. You actually even see gangs doing it. If you look in areas where there's gang involvement and it's really bad and they've actually taken territory, you'll see them just roaming the streets, and they will make it known that this is their territory, and they will have their colors on. It's a human thing, and actually it's not really even like a biblical concept, although when you have two belief systems that conflict in the streets, that's when the one with the greatest moral high ground, the one with the moral high ground will take rule. They will have that final say. They will have that platform in the culture and in society. So that's just a brief understanding of why we're doing what we're doing. We're not going out to conflict and argue with anyone. But I will tell you this, if you would just celebrate your marriage, your family, your children, take the time to be outdoors and let others see that it's possible to have a happy family, that Jesus Christ really does redeem. That's the message that we want Oklahoma City to understand. And I personally, even though my children grow up in my household, I want them to understand that this is something to celebrate in this day. So come celebrate with us. Put your feet on the streets like Joshua did. In fact, God even told Abraham just to go in the land where he was going. He said, walk in the length and in the breadth of it. It is a biblical concept, but if you believe that God's love is toward our city, come walk with us at our covenant walk for Celebrate Marriage Oklahoma. I'll see you on Sunday, and if you missed this year, just make plans for next year. We'll be back again.